Good morning, Goenkans. Today's topic is sources and types of fibers from your science textbook, chapter number 3, Fiber to Fabric. So for now, we all must be knowing that fibers are the smallest unit in a fabric. Now the question is that where do the fibers come from? So dear Goenkans, there are two main sources for the fibers. One we call the natural source and the other we call synthetic or man-made sources. As the name suggests, natural sources are those sources which are occurring naturally. They either can be plant or even animals. Whereas synthetic sources are man-made sources. They are usually chemicals which are later on processed and turned into the fibers. Now, based on these sources, fibers have been broadly classified into two main types. One we call the natural fiber, other we call synthetic fibers. Now, what do we understand by the natural fibers? Natural fibers are obtained either from plant or even animals. So that's why we call them natural fibers. Example for plant is cotton and jute, and for animal fiber like wool and silk. Now, synthetic fibers are those fibers that are man-made and they are obtained from chemicals by complex processes. Few examples for synthetic fibers is nylon, polyester, etc. Dear Goenkans, do you know for thousands of years, natural fibers were the only ones that were available with the human beings for making fabric or cloth. But what made them to look for the other option? The reason behind that was durability and maintenance. Our natural sources or natural fibers were not that durable, and more importantly, they need a proper maintenance. They were easily attacked by the moths. As a result, we need to look after these particular fibers and clothes in a better sense, so that make them to look for some other option, and thus synthetic fibers or fabrics came into the existence. Now this synthetic clothing is more durable and have got less of maintenance. Not only that, synthetic clothes do not absorb much of water. That's why they dry up very easily. They are very soft in touch and do not form many wrinkles. So that's why we consider them easy to maintain, right? And more importantly, they are not attacked by the moths. Now, it's not like they are not having any kind of a disadvantage. They do have, like synthetic clothes do not absorb water or sweat, and that's why they are not that comfortable to be worn in hot or humid weather. So that is the one reason behind the synthetic clothes that are not comfortable, and somehow we need to look for some other option. So nowadays what we do, we are having the synthetic fibers that are often mixed with the natural fibers. What is the reason behind that? The industrialists just do it because to make a fabric which is more stronger and somehow more comfortable, that can easily absorb sweat or water. So they are combining the important features from both the two, that is synthetic as well as natural fibers. That's all for today. Thank you.